If math has been driving you crazy, or if you're finally admitting you're lazy, and your test grades have been dropping, it's time to get your arrows popping. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today's continuation of the Basic Mathematics Final Exam Review is underway. We left off with problem number 20 last time, and we'll be picking up with problem number 21 today. That is correct. And as a reminder, this is going to be a live stream that deals with the final exam review for the developmental math course, Math 0106, which can be found at many community colleges, junior colleges, and very, very few universities. It is just to prepare the students for college level mathematics. And it's one of 3 developmental math courses that we'll be covering before we go into the heavier courses that you'll find in your academic endeavors. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to be starting out. I got my orange juice with no pulp. That's right. I have it at the ready, and I've already taken a swig, and we'll just go ahead and dive right in. If you guys are out there, just letting you guys know once again to chime in and also share the stream, give it a like, and comment to go ahead and participate in the final exam review. Amen, amen. And as well, if you want to participate in donating, what's going on, Team Balaga. There you go, Balaga. How's it going? Good day. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. And once again, go ahead and share, like, and make sure that you subscribe. And if you want to always chime in on our live streams dealing with mathematics, go ahead and click that bell notification. They will give you a notification that that Fort Bend Tutoring is live streaming. So make sure that you're doing that. All right, well, let's go ahead. Jennifer's Life is in there. Morning from Houston. That's right. I'm in Missouri City, Jennifer. I'm in Mo City, right next door to H-Town. So what's going on, Jennifer's Life? Welcome. Thanks for joining. There you go. Also, if you guys want to donate, I will go ahead and show you some love. At the bottom of your live chat, there is a $sign there. That is to help donate and to help further the endeavors for Fort Bend Tutoring's free math tutorials. That'll help us out greatly if you guys participate in that. And if you can, because of wherever your location is in the world, you can also use the link that is found in the description box to donate to Fort Bend Tutoring to keep these free math tutorials going. All right, well, let's dig in. Let's do some math, guys. Let's do some math. There we go. In problem number 1, it says to multiply and simplify. What's going on, Bay? All right. Good deal. Miss Umali, good to see you this morning. And here we have 18/5 times 15/14. Now, I have the preference, because you do have a choice. I have the preference to simplify before I multiply. Cyan's Anna, what's going on? You're half asleep. Well, wake up a little bit. All right, Anna. Okay, so welcome aboard. Let's get this thing underway. I'm gonna go ahead and start by changing my ink to black because I want to write in black here. So we're going to start off by rewriting the problem here. I have 18/5. There we go. Times 15/14. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys want an Adonit stylus like the one I have right here, there you go. It's an Adonit stylus. That the giveaway, the Fort Bend Tutoring giveaway, will be ending sometime today, but you still have time to go ahead and enter into that Adonit stylus giveaway. We'll be giving away 2 styli from Adonit. You can go ahead and enter that by typing in "enter me" and making sure that you are subscribed to Fort Bend Tutoring. All right, so that will be ending later today. So go ahead and join in on that giveaway. There you go. All right, so we have 18/5 times 15/14. I prefer to simplify before I multiply because I don't want to deal with big numbers unnecessarily. That is not what I want to do. So instead, what I'll do is I will realize that 18 and 14 can both be reduced by 2. So I can have 2 going into 18 9 times. I can have 2 going into 14 7 times. And then from there, I can look at the 5 and the 15, right? The 5 and the 15 can both be reduced by 5. Therefore, I have 5 going into itself once. I have 5 going into 15 3 times. We will multiply straight across, and 9 times 3 is 27. And 1 times 7 is 7. So we end up with 27 sevenths, and we will red box it. All right, so Bay says that they just woke up from California. All right, good deal. And Anna is editing her messages. Red box it. That's right, Jennifer's Life. You know how we roll around here. Jennifer, you know how we do this. Red box it. Just like that. Starting off to a great start. You guys let me know if you can see the screen okay. If you can see the screen just like that. Juliana drops a $2 super chat just like that. What is up, Juliana? You have been recorded. Just like that, Juliana. It's like that. Let's fix that A, Juliana. Huh? Let's fix that A. There you go. In red. That's what's going on, Juliana. Juliana dropped $2 super chat, helping out the endeavors of Fort Bend Tutoring, helping to share the free math tutorials around the world. That's what's going on. All right. So Anna's having fun. I see you over there, Anna, laughing out loud. So Juliana, I really appreciate that. We really want to do the most that we can for people around the world with free math tutorials and to giving you guys a leg up in your courses and academic endeavors. So you have been immortalized right there on YouTube. Juliana putting it down. We had it red boxed just like that. Appreciate that, Juliana. That means a lot to me and Fort Bend Tutoring and all that we're trying to do. Problem number 22, we have divide and simplify. We have 5/12 divided by 35/24. In a situation like this, when you're dividing fractions, guys, we need to multiply by the reciprocal, aka the flip of the second fraction. It's always the second fraction. Always the second fraction, guys. Never the first. Always the second fraction. So that means I'm going to be rewriting this as 5/12 times, okay, because times, all right, get that pace out of the way. We're going to be multiplying this times the reciprocal, aka the flip of the second fraction. And once again, if you haven't already paid attention to me, I like to simplify before I multiply because I don't want to have to deal with large numbers unnecessarily when I'm doing my math problems, okay? Juliana, you said I helped you so much. You are helping me just as much. I appreciate that. You are doing wonders by your donation. I appreciate the sacrifice and the choice that you made this morning. All right. That was really, really cool of you. I really appreciate that. So it's all love from here. Okay. All love, Juliana. So here I'm going to be simplifying this before I multiply. Good job. Good job. Laughing out loud, Juliana. We have 5 going into itself once. We have 5 going into 35 7 times. The 12 and the 24 can both be reduced by 12. Now, you can, of course, reduce the 12 and the 24 by 2, by 4, by 6, by how many different things. Mobile Gaming asks, how do I graph? Check out our graphing tutorials. There you go. What do you want to graph, Mobile Gaming? Or you want to graph a linear equation, a line, a parabola, all right, a circle? We have, is it a trigonometric function? Is it sine or cosine, tangent? We have graphing on all of those topics already on the YouTube channel, all right? So, matter of fact, you can check out the playlist that says how to graph math problems better. There's a playlist called just that. All right. So, yeah, so you can check that out. All of our graphing videos are in that playlist that says how to graph math problems better. Check that out, and you should be able to find what you need. All right, Clarita. All right. What's going on? What's going on? And you wanted to say thank you for all the tutorial vids in math. That's right. You're welcome, Mobile Gaming. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate that. Let me know if those videos help you out in your graphing. Clarita, good to see you. Thank you so much. So once again, we're simplifying before we multiply the 12 and the 24. Like I was saying, you have other factors that you can reduce. However, reducing by the largest factor that they have in common is going to be the fastest way to do this. And when I'm reducing 12 and 24, these two numbers, they both have 12 in common. So I'm going to say 12 goes into itself once. That 12 goes into 24 twice, and then we can multiply straight across. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 7 is 7, and we will red box it. Red boxing it. Ladies and gentlemen, getting this final exam review underway, part 2. There you go. There you go, guys. Yeah. In a box. In a red box, Jennifer. What do you think about that? Huh? Let's go on to our next page here. We have problem number 23. And they are asking us to divide 477 and 75 hundredths divided by 195. So we are dividing numbers, and we are dividing by large numbers. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but what do you not understand, Vikash? What don't you understand? Okay? Help me out here. Help me out. What have you not understood? And we have a donation from Venus. Okay? There was a Venus donation using the link. Appreciate that, Venus. All right? So Venus is in the house. What it do? Venus. All right? So Venus used the link in the box to do a donation of $5. Thank you so much, Venus. Appreciate that. Mobile Gaming says, no joke, I have a math exam tomorrow about 2-point form formula and about 2-point form for formula and the point slope formula class, and lastly graphing. Okay, got you, Mobile Gaming. We do have videos on the point slope form, and I guess you're talking about writing an equation from 2 points using point slope form and slope intercept form. Yeah, we have all of that in our linear equation playlist. So check that out, Mobile Gaming. All of those things that you're referring to, we have. Jennifer says, my 8-year-old loves it when you get your arrows popping. Jennifer, I love getting my arrows popping, as you already know. And if you want to get down on helping us out, we actually have t-shirts. The link is in the description box where you can get a t-shirt that says get your arrows popping. All right, Bay says finally figured out how to donate. Thanks, Venus. So that was you. What's up? Thanks so much. Your videos are helping out a lot. Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for helping out, because that is what it do. Helping us help others is the way to spread the love, guys. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate every donation, and it is all good. Jennifer's in the house. Appreciate those sunglasses, Jennifer. So, all right. So here's the deal. I was going to say that, guys, I don't like to do long division. I do not like to do long division. A lot of the reasons that you guys may resonate with me, because you guys say, hey, I don't understand certain things in math, and how are you able to explain it so well, is because I have the same struggles as you. The things that you don't like in math are the exact same things I do not like in math. I cannot stand fractions, cannot stand doing long division, I cannot stand word problems, and I really can't stand statistics, and especially physics. Those things that you guys are having struggles with, I have those struggles as well. So if it comes across that you're understanding what I'm saying to you when it comes to the processes that I display, it is because I'm coming from a place of struggle, just like you guys. So this is very intimidating to me. I don't know about you guys, but I see big numbers and I'm like sweating over here. So let's get through this problem. We're going to use long division. We have 195 going into 477 and 75 hundredths. What you want to do is you want to always make sure you're dividing by a whole number. Notice that our divisor, the number on the outside of the division symbol, is a whole number, okay? It's a whole number. There's no decimal showing or anything like that. We don't have any numbers to the right of the decimal. We just have 195, a whole number. So that's exactly what we want. When you have a situation like this with a decimal as your dividend, you want to raise that decimal point right on up. Just bring it right on up, okay? And place it on top of your division symbol, okay? Make sure it is aligned, though, okay? It must be aligned. So notice that I placed it directly above its location underneath the division symbol, okay? So that's the first step. Then we want to see how many times 195 will go into 4. Well, that's going to be 0 times, right? 195 is way too big to go into 4. And then 195, will it go into 47? No, it's not going to go into 47. It's too big. So we are left with taking the 195 and going into 477 multiple times. So how many times would that be? I'm going to go ahead and estimate, guys. I know that 477 is roughly 500, right? Okay, if we were to estimate that. And then like 195 is close to 200. And I know that 200 will go into 500 at least twice, right? So let's go ahead and put a 2 here. There you go. There you go. And multiplying 2 times 195 will give you 390. So we have it going in there 390 times. I mean, not 390 times. We have it going in there two times without going over. And that gives us 390. After that, we will subtract. So I'm going to bring it down to 7. I need to, do I need to borrow? Yes, I need to borrow here. There we go. There we go. Borrow from the 4. It becomes a 3. The 7 becomes a 17. 17 minus the 8 gives me, 17 minus the 9 gives me an 8. So I have 87 as my difference of 477 and 390. Once again, we got the 390 by multiplying the 195 times 2. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly. What's going on, Harsh? Good to see you. Good to see you, Harsh. And I'm bringing down that next value, which is a 7 here. So we're going to see how many times the 195 goes into 877. But as I already told you guys, we're going to use the fact that 195 is really, really close to 200 to help us with our division here. So if this is almost 900, 200 will go into 900 at least 4 times, right? So let's go ahead and place a 4 right here. So 4 times 195. Okay, I don't think I know what that is, guys. So we're gonna multiply that out. We're gonna multiply it out to find out. That's gonna be an 8 here. That's gonna be 3. I end up with 780. Okay, what's going on, Nicole? What's going on, Nicole? Glad you can join us. So the 495 times, excuse me, the 4 times the 195, that gives us 780. All right. So once again, not feeling at ease at all about this problem because there's big numbers involved, and I don't like the long division. But we're going to get through it, though, together. We're going to get through it together. So I had to borrow from the 8. Okay, that became a 7. The 7 becomes a 17. 17 minus the 8 is a 9, guys. There we go. And so we have 975 as the next one that we need to deal with. What's going on, Jordan? What's going on? How you doing? That's right, Jordan. Mr. Witt is in the house. What's going on there, Jordan? So we have 195. We're going into. Oh, I caught that mistake, Jordan. You're good with me. You're good with me. I saw that you misspelled Mr. Witt, but that's okay. That's way out. All is forgiven. We have 195 going into 975. All right, guys. So I'm believing. Okay, this is almost at this is almost right here. It's almost at 1,000, right? Okay, Speed, what's going on? And Jordan, you says I'm one of the best math tutors. I appreciate that. Angry Hermit is back with the moderator already in effect. What's going on, Angry Hermit? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And since we said that 195 is close to 200, we know that 975 is close to 1,000. 200 will go into 1,000 5 times. So I believe that we may have what we need if we multiply 195 times 5, guys. Let's check that out. You'll have 25 here. That's going to be 5 times 9 is 45. 45 plus 2 is 47. All right, let's put the 4 over here. Let's carry the 4, guys. 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 4 gives us exactly what we need, which is the 975, guys. I am excited that I'm finally done with this problem because I don't like the long division, especially with big numbers. Oh, my God. So it terminates, guys. It terminates. Did you miss a lot, Angry Hermit? No, we're on the 3rd problem. We're on the 3rd problem. And just because you're you, Angry Hermit, I'm going to go ahead and give you a flash of the previous page. There you go, Angry Hermit. That's what's up. Notice that we had Juliana in the house. All right, Juliana hooked us up with a donation today. Okay, so we had the multiply and simplify problem on number 21. Number 21, we divided. All right, some fractions there. That was fun. We red boxed it with Jennifer. She had an exciting time red boxing with Mr. Witt. Then we had Venus. We had Venus drop a $5 donation. We have her hooked up right there. Let's go ahead and hook her up. Let's go ahead and hook up Venus right there. that's going on. I understand, Angry Hermit. You just cropped out of your tomb. Jordan says, I was showing my whole college class your factoring trinomials videos. They all used it for the test. I hope they helped, Jordan. I hope they helped, man. And let your class know I said what's up and happy to help. And thank you for sharing, man. Jordan, that is the way I want this to work. I want to put out the free information, and I want you guys to help me out and spread the love to all of your people, man. Let's help as many people as we can for free. How about that? Doesn't get any better than free, right? Papa Love is in the house. What's going on? That's right, because Mr. Witt is in the house, Papa Love. You ought to know this. You ought to know this. Guys, we divided 477 and 7500 divided by 195. We used estimation to assist us through this process. Notice that I did not have at the ready all of the multiples of 195. Instead, I rounded. I estimated that 195 was close to 200. That allowed me to quickly go through this process, all right, without needing to know exactly all of the multiples of my divisor. So every time I tried to divide here, I just said, oh, okay, well, this is close to 200. 200 will go into these values a certain number of times easily, okay? Going through the multiples of 2 is not too hard, right? And then I verified those values by actually multiplying it out. See, once again, I did not have the multiples at the ready. I did not have this memorized. You do not have to have all the multiples, every number memorized in order to use long division, guys. All right, so just take it easy on yourselves and do it a better way. If you want to see more examples of dividing large numbers, I have a video posted on the YouTube channel Forbidden Tutoring called Dividing Large Numbers. There you go. You can find it in the mathematics playlist, guys. So I'm going to are you ready, Jennifer? Box it. That's exactly what we have going on, guys. Speed Cube is in the house. Let's move on to the next problem, guys. That's right, on a Saturday. Man, I'm so glad we are off of that problem. Did not enjoy the long division, especially live, guys. I was just waiting to jack that problem up. Good thing I made it through safely. Man. Hey, in number 24, it says determine whether 4,503 is divisible by 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and or 10. Juliana is in the house. That's right. What's going on, DeMario? All right. What's going on? That's all right. That's all right, DeMario. Is it? Yeah, it's DeMario. Yeah, DeMario. Yeah. So it's either DeMario or DeMario. All right. Tell your son I said what's up, and tell your son that his mom is awesome if he doesn't already know it already, because I know that his mom, DeMario's mom, guys, is awesome. That's right. And her name is Juliana. We are going to use divisibility rules. That's right, Jennifer. We're going to red box this answer as soon as we get it. And you guys need to know that for the divisibility rules, there are quite a few. And I have a video posted on the Forbidden Tutoring channel called Divisibility Rules for 1 through 15, as I give you guys several strategies to determine quickly whether or not a number, TV 7, is in the house. All right. Thanks so much, Angry Hermit, with the link for the dividing large numbers video. Also, Angry Hermit, if you could be so kind as to post the link for the divisibility, that would be great as well. All right. So Obina is in the house and says that hey, what's going on, Sweet Sounds of Reading? I am trying to keep it great. Thank you for joining us, Sweet Sounds of Reading, because over here we're doing a little reading, but we're reading math this morning. The divisibility for 4,503. If the last digit ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, guys, it's called divisibility 1 through 15. Divisibility. Divisibility. Yeah, I think that's right if I spell it right. There you go. Divisibility. There you go. Yeah, you should be able to find it in the mathematics playlist, Angry Hermit, if you're having a difficult time finding it. Just go to the mathematics playlist and scroll down. You should see one that is called divisibility. All right. So, guys, because this last digit is not an even number, it cannot be divided by 2. No. Nope. It's not happening. Okay. And if you want to know if a number can be divided by 3 Add the digits together. That's right. I said add the digits together. Thank you, Anger Hermit, for putting that link for the divisibility in the super chat. Appreciate that. If you want to find out if any number can be divided by, can I post the link for the t-shirts? Jennifer, you can find the link for the t-shirts in the description box. All right. It's right below the video in the description box. And Angry Hermit, if you could post the link in the description box for the t-shirts, that would be great. It is fortbendtutoring.spreadshirt.com. All right. And you should see it, Angry Hermit, in the description box, because Jennifer wants to get down on the t-shirt. And I want Jennifer to get down on the t-shirt. So hook that up, please. All right. Once again, Jennifer, it should already be a link in the description box. And Angry Hermit should be assisting us soon with that link, if she can be so kind as to do so. When it comes to the number 3, guys, you can tell a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. All right. And matter of fact, Angry Hermit, I think I'm going to hook myself up because Jennifer needs to know. Jennifer needs to know what is up with the t-shirts. There we go. There we go. All right. There you go. That should be it, Jennifer, that link right there. That should be it. And matter of fact, for the link to work, I may have to put the HTTP on there. Let me hook that up. All right, you're welcome. If that doesn't work, then I'm hooking up a better version of that link. All right, there you go. It has the link in there now, Jennifer, the second go around, because I put the HTTP in there. All right, so that one should work correctly. It is fortbendtutoring.spreadshirt.com. I hope that you find what you like there. We have many different designs, and I should be no problem, Angry. No problem, Angry Hermit. You're doing fine. You're doing just fine. We're here for math, right? Not links. It's all good. When it comes to the number 3, the multiples of 3, guys, the divisibility for 3, if you add all the digits together and that sum is a multiple of 3, then the original number can be divided by 3. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. If we were to add 4 plus 5 plus 0 plus 3, we would end up with 12 as a sum. Once again, by adding the digits 4, 5, 0, and 3, you end up with a sum of 12. Because 12 can be divided by 3, that means that 4,503 can also be divided by 3, guys. Once again, all of these strategies and these techniques of finding the visible numbers, okay, can be found in that link that we already posted there for divisibility. There you go. Yeah. So add the digits together. The sum that you end up with, if it's a multiple of 3, the original number can be divided by 3. So thus far, our answer is 3. That is divisible. That 4,503 is divisible by 3. That is a winner. I'm going to put a little check mark down there. There you go. Got a check mark for the 3 because it will work. As far as the number 5 is concerned, the divisibility for 5 is that the last digit must be either 5 or 0. For a number to be divisible by 5, that last digit needs to be 0 or 5. And in this case, our last digit is 3. So that means that 5, okay, yeah, it can't go into 4,503 evenly. It can't do it. In other words, 4,503 is not divisible by 5. Then, for the number 6, guys, for the number 6, the divisibility, if I can get my words together, the divisibility rule for the number 6 is that the number has to be divisible by 2 and by 3. Well, for it to be divisible by 2, it has to be an even number. 4,503 is not an even number, guys. So we can just stop right there. Okay, since 4,503 is not an even number, it cannot be divisible by 6. The other part of the divisibility rule for 6 is that it has to be that the sum of the digits has to be a multiple of 3. So in other words, in order to find the divisibility rule for 6, you combine the divisibility rules for 2 and 3. It makes sense, right, guys? Because we know that the prime factorization of 6 is 2 and 3. Yeah, there you go. That's how that works. Just like that. Then, for divisibility by 9, the sum of the digits has to be a multiple of 9. So once again, when we added 4, 5, 0, and 3, we found that that sum was 12, and 12 is not a multiple of 9, guys. So therefore, this number is not divisible by 9. It is not divisible by 9. Once again, we are continuing on to the next number they want to find. We're doing a divisibility test for, and that is the number 10. The number 10 is 10 a factor of 4,503. In other words, can 4,503 be divisible by 10? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? No way. It's not happening. Why? Because the last digit has to be 0 in order for a number to be divisible by 10. This number ends in 3. So there you go. So we're going to not have this number divisible by 10. So the answer here, the only answer. See, I thought we were going to have multiple answers here, but no, guys. No, we're going to only have one answer, and we are red boxing it. Jennifer, it is in a red box. RNF says, trick student watching to keep the bases fresh. Appreciate that, RNF. Love your teaching style. I've learned so much from you. Thank you, RNF. It is mutual. I'm learning from you guys as well. Chosen Creeper is in the house. Chosen Creeper, what's going on? Long time. Jordan, red boxing it. Jennifer laughing out loud. Angry Hermit says, all right, you're back. Apparently my Wi-Fi box got knocked off the table. Put the box back on the table, Angry Hermit. Come on now. How you going to have your internet without the box on the table? Put your box on the table. Wow. Come on now. Work with me. Here we go, guys. We're on to our next problem. We have problem number 25 in the house. We have problem number 25. What part of the set of objects? Let me get my words together, guys. That's right. Thank you, Jordan. Let is red. Put this. Thank you, Jordan. Red box the Wi-Fi box. Angry Hermit. That's funny, Jordan. That's funny. Red boxing the Wi-Fi box. Angry Hermit. Your life is not a mess because you're here with us, Angry Hermit. Obina says a third of the objects are shaded. Let's find out, Obina. All right. That's right. Let us find out. What part of the set of objects is shaded? We have 6 objects, guys. I have 6 triangles here, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all right, of our objects. And when it comes to creating a fraction, guys, you want the part that you're referring to divided by the whole or the total, okay? And you want to simplify this. So the part that is shaded, the part of the set that's shaded is going to be 2. And the total number of triangles that we have is 6. That is correct, Angry Hermit. It is a 1-to-3 ratio. And then you can simplify this fraction by 2. So simplifying the numerator by 2, simplifying the denominator by 2, you end up with 1/3 as your result, guys. You guys are on fire this morning. Yes, you are, with the correct answers. Very good. And of course, we red boxed it, Jordan. That's exactly what we did. Good job. You guys are on fire. Flames coming out of the sides of your faces. You guys are on fire. There you go. You guys rock. Appreciate that. So we had 6 objects. They specified that they wanted to know the part of the set of objects that's shaded. Okay, what part of the set of objects is shaded? We had 6 objects. 2 out of the 6 were shaded. So we created our fraction with our numerator as 2, our denominator as 6. And of course, you are always responsible for simplifying your fractions, guys, unless they state otherwise. That's the only other time that you would not have your results simplified, is if they specify in the directions not to simplify it. Otherwise, you will always assume you must that you must reduce, that you must simplify your fractions. All right, always, always, always. And we red box our answers, TV7. We always red box our answers, TV7. We have problem number 26, guys. Problem number 26 is in the house. Subtract and, if possible, simplify. R and F is in the house. That's right. We have 11/15 minus 2/25. In order to subtract fractions or add fractions, you must have a common denominator. All right. You got to have one if you're going to add or subtract fractions. Okay. It must be there, or there will be no subtracting going on. No. Angry Hermit says they want to put a green box around the next answer. All right, Angry Hermit. I won't go with the green box because you are a moderator. All right, that's right. And you've been holding it down, even with your Wi-Fi box falling off the table. So I will hook this one up with a green box. We'll be green boxing it. All right, like the Grinch. That's what we'll be doing. All right, what's the first number that 15 and 25 can go into evenly? No problem, Angry Hermit. My pleasure. The first number that 15 and 25 can go into evenly. See, what I'm referring to is the least common multiple. But when you're dealing with fractions, we are going to be dealing with the least common denominator. Obina says, what happened to red boxing it? Red boxing it will always be in effect, Obina. But every once in a while, we may have a special request from one of you. RNF says, do you plan on making final exam videos for the other levels of mathematics? Absolutely, RNF. I have a plan for you guys. We're starting out with, and I'll just recap on this, and thank you for asking, RNF, because that's an important question that I wanted to have put out in the universe. So here it is. My plan of attack is as follows. We're starting out with the first. What's going on, Treasure Ghost? We're starting out with Angry Hermit. You're correct. We're starting out with the first developmental math course at many community colleges and junior colleges. This one is called Math 0106. And we're starting out with this basic mathematics course that is given to college students that are not college that are not college algebra ready. Okay, if I can get my words together, RNF. Okay. After that, we'll be going on to a pre-algebra course. It is the second developmental mathematics course given to college students. All right. And then then the next in line was going to be intermediate algebra. Then after intermediate algebra, we'll be actually doing college algebra final exam. And then I'll be shifting gears to 8th grade mathematics. And then after 8th grade mathematics, we'll be doing algebra 1, then geometry, then algebra 2. And that will wrap up our series of final exam reviews for this semester. Okay, so therefore we'll be able to hit up a lot of college students in need. We'll be able to hit up the 8th graders that are transitioning, and we'll be able to hit up the 9th grade, 10th grade, and 11th grade mathematics courses for high school students. That is the plan, RNF. And in between all of that, we should be able to do a whole lot of different math for different people. So we're going to start out with our LCD that you guys have already chimed in on, which is 75. That's right. The first number that 15 and 25 can go into evenly is 75. And because we had to multiply the denominator in that first fraction by 5, you have to multiply the numerator by 5 to get 55. We then multiplied 25 times 3 to get 75. 2 times 3 is 6, guys. And when you are subtracting, you subtract the numerators and the denominators remain the same. So 55 minus 6 is 49, and you keep your denominator. However, you are still responsible for simplifying your fraction, guys, even if the directions don't say it. Our directions said it right here. It says subtract and, if possible, simplify. So you are responsible for simplifying this fraction into its lowest terms. However, this answer is already in its lowest terms. So we will be green boxing it for Angry Hermit. That's right. Green boxing it. That's right. There you go. There you go. Already. What's going on, Starving Marv? There you go. All right. And just for Obina, we're going to red box the green box. There you go. You weren't ready for that, Angry Hermit. I know you was not ready for the red box over the green box, but I had to get them. Red boxing it still. Treasure Ghost says, can I do an ultraviolet box? All right, next time. All right, Treasure Ghost, since you've been holding it down with me. All right, infrared, up to you. We're going to go with ultraviolet, Treasure Ghost, as close to ultraviolet as we can get. Okay, I got your ultraviolet coming up, Treasure Ghost. I just need to make sure this next answer is correct. RNF is in the house with the laughing out loud. That's right. That is right. Starving Marv, glad you can join us today. In 27, guys, it says that Laura bought 1/8 pound of basil and 1/7 pound of oregano. How many pounds of herbs did she buy in total? Just as a reminder, guys, got to do some housekeeping around here, keeping it real for Fort Bend Tutoring. Angry Hermit says the apocalypse didn't start with the green box. That's because I contained it within the red box, Angry Hermit. That's why it didn't start. If I would have let that green box just have its way, all hell would have broken loose. So Treasure Ghost says, sorry, I am using the metric system, unsolvable. I'm a civilized person. Well, I am uncivilized, Treasure Ghost, and proud of it because I am an American and we are not civilized many times throughout the day. All right. Angry Hermit says the zombies are all busy staring at the red box. They better. That's right. That's right. They are contained. They have been quarantined within the red box, Angry Hermit. All right, so we have pounds. We don't have grams or kilograms over here. There you go. Sorry about that, Treasure Ghost. It's all good, man. We're going to make it through, though. So Laura bought 1/8 pounds of basil and 1/8 pounds of oregano. How many pounds of herbs did she buy in total? If they're going to ask for the total here, Mobile Gaming says, laughing out loud. We're going to need to add this. We got to add this together, guys. We got to add this. That's what's going on. Bayo Mali has 49.75 for the previous problem because I'm pretty sure it's not for this problem, Bay. There you go. But you got it for the previous problem, and that is the correct answer. 49.75 was the correct answer for problem number 70. It's problem number 26. There you go. Hey, it's all good. I am trying to help, Mobile Gaming. I appreciate you shouting me out, letting me know that the vid is helping. Good job. Since they're asking for the how many pounds of herbs they have in total, we need to add these together, guys. So that means we have 1/8 plus 1/7. There you go. This is going to be an addition problem. We're adding fractions. And since we're adding fractions, Obina has the answer. So since we're adding fractions, and you had the correct unit of measurement, Obina, very good. Class, let's just put that out there in the universe. When you're working with word problems, when you're doing application problems in mathematics, it is highly important that you include the unit of measurement. Notice that in our unit of measurement, we have pounds. You need to make sure that your answer states that you have the sum represented in the correct unit of measurement, just like Obina did. Just like Obina did. Now let's check her math, though. All right, because we can't trust her on the math. But the unit of measurement is on fire, Obina. Let's check that math, though. We have the LCD for 8 and 7, which is 56, guys. So I'm having my setup here. I'm making sure that my denominators are both 56 because that is the common denominator. All right. Then, since I had to multiply 8 times 7, I need to multiply the numerator by 7. So 1 times 7 is 7. The original denominator of the second fraction is 7. 7 has to be multiplied by 8. So 1 times 8 is 8. And Obina is on fire. Angry Hermit is on fire. So we end up with 56 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen. Treasure Ghost says, but it asks for pounds, not pounds. So how can we know? The LBS, Treasure Ghost, is shorthand for pounds in America. All right. So that is the same thing as pounds. That's right. So if you ever wanted to know what pounds is abbreviated in America, it's that LBS. Yep. So that was correct. That was the correct unit of measurement. Obina is on fire. That's how many pounds of herbs we have, guys. 56. You know what? This fraction is a bit thrown off. I want to see if I can write it better. Okay, that's counting along a little better. Okay, we're going to keep that one. And we're going to red box it, and notice that my unit of measurement is in the box as well. Treasure Ghost says, "Go back to your cave. The future needs civilized people." No. I'm gonna be going crazy around here, Treasure Ghost. Treasure Ghost just kidding, guys. Just letting you guys know. But it's already good. That's right. Oh, that's right. Ultraviolet. You're right, Jennifer. Keep me honest here. Ultraviolet was supposed to be in the house. There you go. There's purple. Okay, that's as violet as I can get. All right. Ultraviolet. Jennifer, that's funny. All right, mobile gaming wants us to go over this problem again. All right, that's hey Treasure Ghost. I said as close to ultraviolet as I can get. There you go. All right, there you go. So here we go. Let's look over number 27 again, guys. Let's recap. All right. It says Laura bought 1/8 pound of basil and 1/7 pound of oregano. How many pounds of herbs did she buy in total? If they're asking for the total, that means we need to add the values together. So we end up adding 1/8 plus 1/7, but you cannot add unless you have a common denominator. Okay, so our common denominator, the first number that 8 and 7 has in common as a multiple, is 56. There you go. So there you go. That's a good point. I could have just not red boxed it, so you can't, because ultraviolet is not seen, is not a frequency that we can visually, that the human eye can see. All right, that's true. Same thing with that with the red. All right, there you go. That was a good point. But that's all right. But we want to see our boxes, Treasure Ghost. Okay, so don't confine us to your logic and reasoning. Okay, we want to live in our own world. So here, continuing on, because we had a question about this, and that is that since we had a LCM and LCD, see, that's very important when you're adding and subtracting fractions. And if you're having difficulty finding the least common denominator, check out our video on finding the least common denominator as well as the least common multiple. All right, there's a video on how to help you guys find out these LCDs. Okay, and then you have to get an equivalent fraction. So because we multiplied the first denominator by 7 to get to our 56, you also have to multiply the numerator by that same 7. The same thing applied when we came to that second fraction. We had to multiply the original denominator of 7 by 8. That means you have to multiply the numerator by 8 in order to get an equivalent fraction. From there, we end up with 756 plus 856, adding the numerators only. You have 7 plus 8 to give you 15 over your common denominator of 56. And once again, you must always make sure you simplify your result. There you go. And that's what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and say, it says here, here's an idea. Here's an idea. But a right triangle. Oh, put a right triangle around the next answer. That way, you know you got the right answer. All right. And what's wrong? What is a wrong triangle? A triangle that's not a triangle, I guess. 270 degrees. That's a good one. Mobile Gaming says, got it. All right. So that helped out. Thank you so much, Mobile Gaming. Chime in, Mobile Gaming, or anyone if you're uncertain as to how I did something. That's right. Most of the time, I can either explain it again, explain it better, and or I can give you guys a different strategy as to how to go about doing that. All right. There you go. So please, guys, if you're out there and able to, please share this on your social media. Make sure that we have everybody that's available in the chat with us together. So share this out to your posts, keeping people aware of what we're doing for the community at large. And also like the video. Also, make sure that you're subscribed. Okay. So and also, most importantly, guys, if you want to join in on the live streams, click that bell notification so that it will notify you when we go live in our live streams. But just to let you guys know, the schedule is currently in Central Standard Time Zone, that on Thursdays it will be held at 3 p.m. and on Saturdays at 10 a.m. in Central Standard Time Zone. All right, there you go. There you go. That's the schedule for the live streams. And here we have number 28. We have 11/24 plus 3/36 plus 15/48, guys. We have 3 fractions that we're going to add. All right, so here's some more practice for adding fractions, dealing with fractions, finding the least common denominator. Also, guys, if you want to help out with our cause of helping as many people as possible in the world with free math tutorials, go ahead and send us a donation. I will go ahead and hook you up with immortalizing you on YouTube by placing you on the screen, your name. That's right. For a super chat, you can hit the super chat button at the bottom. It is the little $ at the bottom of the super chat if you're on a laptop or a desktop. And guys, if you have difficulty doing that, you can use the donation link in the description box to donate to Fort Bend Tutoring, and that will help us with our free math tutorials. All right, LCD is in the house. Okay, so liquid crystal display. Absolutely. That's right. I'm using one right now in LCD. So we have here, we need to get a common denominator, And guys, you can do the common denominator like this. If I look at the prime factorizations of 24, that would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Looking at the prime factorization of 36, that is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And then the prime factorization of 48, that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. In order to find the LCD, Saya's in the house, guys. Saya is in the house. I am with my family. I can't hear you, sir. All right, too much people. Oh, okay, you can't hear. Okay, no problem. Saya, you can't hear me because you're too many of your family members are with you. I understand, but you are in the chat, Saya. So how are you doing, Saya? That's right. Good to see you, Saya. All right. All right, I know you can't hear, but here, maybe, you know what, Saya? Since you can't hear, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, Saya. There we go. Let me hook it up. No, Saya. I got to say it again. I got to do it again, Saya. I hit the wrong key. There we go. Better. There we go. I fixed it, Saya. So there you go. All right, so back to finding the LCD, guys. So if you're unaware of the first multiple that 24, 36, and 48 have in common, you can use the prime factorizations here to find out the LCD. So our LCD in this case is going to be the highest number of each factor, of each unique factor, the highest number that occurs in one factorization. For instance, the number 2. We have 3 2s in 24. We have 2 2s in 36. You have 4 2s and 48. So for our LCD, you'll need 4 2s. When it comes to your factor 3, you have 1 3 in 24. You have 2 3s in 36. You have 1 3 in 48. So you'll take the highest amount that occurs in one factorization. So you'll need 2 3s. So that meant that I needed 2 3s because that was the highest amount of 3s that occurred in the factorization. I needed 4 2s because that's the highest amount that occurred in one factorization. Tanisha just hooked us up with a $5 donation, guys, using the donation link. That's right. Tanisha is in the house. Thank you so much, Tanisha, for chiming in and assisting us in our global efforts to educate every human being with mathematics. That's right. Let's make a sharper community, guys. Maybe we can get more done in the world, right? If more people understood the math. There you go. Because some things just gonna make sense, and some things don't make sense when it comes down to the math. All right. So let's get this together. So here we have the LCD. Thanks again, Tanisha. You are awesome. You are awesome, helping us out in our global efforts. That's what's up. Multiplying 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 2 gives you 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. 48 times 3 is 144, which is the LCD that we'll be using for our problem, guys. What's going on, Charmaine? Thank you for chiming in. Good to see you, Charmaine. We have denominator. The denominator. The LCD is 144, guys. All right. And if you have difficulty finding out what you need to multiply your original numerator by, check this out. I'm going to show you something. Check out 24, right? 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Well, if you take out 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 out of our LCD here, you'll see that we have 2 times 3 left over. So that answer is 6. So we need to multiply the numerator by 6. So 11 times 6 is 66 to have our equivalent fractions. Royal King is in the house. You're never too late, Royal King. You're never too late. I don't have a Patreon, Treasure Ghost. I really don't. I can see how that could be helpful. I have kind of checked it out. I think I may have even created one, but never put anything up there. So I probably created an account, Treasure Ghost, but didn't populate it with information yet. And I may not, because since YouTube now has the super chats, that may be a direct way to deal with you guys as far as the donations are concerned, because you can do it live. And also I have the PayPal donation link within the subscription box, and I think that's going to be able to be working better instead of having people go outside of YouTube to look for donation links. But I will definitely keep that in mind, and if it helps out in the future, I will definitely implement that. But as of right now, donations through Super Chat and through the PayPal donation link appears to be working okay, Treasure Ghost. But I will always appreciate your suggestions, okay? So keep speaking and communicating with me, Treasure Ghost, because I need you in my life, man. I need you. All right? I need your input. Coming to the second fraction here, we now have a denominator of 144. If you want to find out how many times you need to multiply 36 to get to 144, let's check out 36. 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, right? Well, that's right here. That's these last four factors. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So what's left over is the 2 times 2, which is 4. So we need to multiply the numerator by 4. So 3 times 4 gives us an equivalent fraction of 12 144ths. All right. Now for the 48. 48, guys, the prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. That is going to be the majority, okay, all right, of our LCD. So the only thing we have to multiply by is a 3. So 15 times 3, that gives us 45. And now we have equivalent fractions for all three fractions. The first thing we did was find out our LCD. Then we went to find the equivalent fractions by multiplying the numerators by the exact same value we had to multiply the denominators by. So say it says you can also do 144 48ths to find the answer. Oh, you mean divided by 48? Yeah, of course you can divide, but I don't want to divide, Saya. Oh, why do I want to divide? We just got through doing some long division before you got here, Saya, and it was painful. All right. If I don't have to do long division, yeah, I'm gonna show a different way. Okay, but absolutely, that is one way to find it. So yeah, so I'm trying to do it faster, and that is just by comparing the prime factorizations. It just quickly tells me what I need to multiply the numerator by. Now we need to multiply these numerators together, guys. So I don't know what 66 plus 12 plus 45 is. I'm gonna have to add that together with you. Yep. Mr. Witt does not know everything, but I can find the answer though. All right, so here we go. We have 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry that 1. That's going to give us 12. We end up with 123 over 144. Let's fix it. It looks ugly. I need to fix it. Let's fix this. Oh, no. Fix it. Fixing it. Fix it. There you go. All right. Red boxing it. Red boxing it. Red. Let's see. Red. Red boxing it. No? Red boxing it, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. There you go. I had to red box that, Royal King. Okay? I hooked you up in different boxes. I had to red box that. All right. Angry Hermit says it has to be a triangle this time. There it is. Red boxing it. Once again, shout out to Tanisha for the $5 donation using the link in the description box. Thank you so much to Tanisha. You are now YouTube royalty with FBT. That's going on, guys. We are 29. All right. You're a millisecond ahead. That's right. That's right, mobile gaming. You're on fire, man. You're on fire, mobile gaming. Okay? That's how we roll around here. We get things done. Treasure Ghost, please don't write the novels. It is not my fault. It is not my fault, Treasure Ghost. I had to get the final exam review out there, guys. And I'm doing you a disservice if I don't show you these word problems that'll come up. Okay? So I don't like word problems, Treasure Ghost. But it must be done. Just imagine how long it took me to write all that mess. All right? Arm gonna fall off. Anger Hermit says, Mr. Witt, if you were to write a novel, what would it be about? It would most likely be a sci-fi. Yeah. I like science fiction. Yeah. Royal King says it's hot. Hot as you. I mean, Royal King, you know you're a hot boy. You know you're hot. All right. Sayers up in the house. Okay. Saya says to set it up as a proportion. That is definitely one way to solve the problem. But let's see what I end up with this one, Saya. All right, here we go. When Mary finished medical school, she owed. Let me start again. When Mary finished medical school, she owed $42,000 in student loans. She repaid a third of the total amount within 2 years of graduating. How much did she repay within 2 years of graduating? Treasure Ghost says Mr. Witt will make a great Agatha Christie. He knows how to solve problems well. All right. Well, I will do what I can. I also like the Encyclopedia Brown books. All right, from like my childhood. Encyclopedia Brown, where he was a kid that solved problems in the neighborhood. Very, very cool. Charmaine says to use principal equals the rate times time. I believe you're referring to, Charmaine, the simple interest equation, which is interest equals to the principal times rate times time. So that would be I equals PRT, Charmaine. And we don't have interest in this one. So this is how we're going to solve this, guys. Let me show you. All you got to do is multiply 42,000 times 1/3. That's it. Just multiply by a third. And when you're multiplying by a third, it's the same as dividing by 3, because this could be written as 42,000 divided by 3. Yep. That's it. So 3 goes into 42,000, guys. 14,000 times. That's the answer. Yep. It's over. It's all good. So let's see. Saya has to get something to eat. Hey, get some food in you. Enjoy. So yeah, because she repaid a third. All right, take care. Because she repaid a third of the total amount. Anytime you see the word of in many of the word problems, it just means to multiply. So multiplying 42,000 by a third means to multiply 42,000 by 1/3, and then you can multiply straight across, and that'll give you 42,000 divided by 3. A fraction is a division problem, class. A fraction is a division problem, ladies and gentlemen. So all you got to do is have 3 going into 42,000. That goes in there 14,000 times. The answer is 14,000. Red, boxing it. Obina's in the house with the correct answer. Treasure Ghost is in the house with the answer twice. All right, that's right. Got that answer in there. Let's go ahead and put that answer in view. There we go. Oh, is that what that is, Treasure Ghost? It's a new shekel? Okay. Don't know how you put that symbol on there, but it's cute. Yeah, it is. There it is. Another currency. Oh, there you go. Thank you for educating. See, like, that's what I'm saying, guys. That's why I love the live, because you guys teach me so much. You teach me so much. All right. So a new shekel. That's another currency. Okay, cool. Royal King says, Mr. Witt, I have to go football training and red box that. Red box your football training. And be safe out there, Royal King. All right. Good job, man. Take care of that football. Good deal. It's a great symbol. You won't understand why. I probably won't, Treasure Ghost. I'm pretty slow over here, obviously. Obina, addition and multiplication are the only true operations. True operations. I'm going to disagree with you, Obina, but I do understand where you're coming from that. All right. There's several operations. Yeah. That you can do many, many things with. But I understand how you're saying, Obina, that most operations can be broken down to addition and subtraction. But there are a few that are outside of their realm. Okay. Because you have operations within sets and things like that, and a lot of those you do not add or subtract or multiply and all that kind of stuff in those operations. So there you go. Subtraction is on adding. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Obina, but that's not all the operations in mathematics. And there you go. All right. What about finding the absolute value? That operation. Okay, that doesn't necessarily involve addition and multiplication. All right, find the absolute value of something. There you go. All right, so let's continue. All right, well, I guess it has a little bit to do with the addition. If you compare it to where 0 is located, because it's a distance problem, therefore you can be adding the distance from 0 Oh, okay, Obina, but I'm gonna get you though. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to my sets. All right, so there are operations in sets that do not involve addition and subtraction and addition and multiplication. I'm gonna stick with that one, Obina, because I got you on that. Okay, there you go, because that's a winner. That's a winning answer. So I'm gonna say no, Obina, but your assumption holds true in most cases. Problem number 30. That's right. Complex numbers. That's right. Complex numbers. You're absolutely right. It still will apply. Your statement would still apply for complex numbers. But like I said, I can bust your statement wide open by talking about the operations that you find in sets, like finding an intersection or finding a union. Those are the operations in sets that don't involve addition and multiplication. There you go. All right. For number 30, it says Mr. Cole grosses $500 a week if his take-home pay is $408.79. How much money was deducted from his gross weekly pay? Well, in a problem like this, guys, we need to subtract. We need to subtract here. So let's get to subtracting. We have 500. Let's show where the decimal is. Minus $408.79. Notice that because I'm subtracting numbers that contain decimals, you must align the decimals. Absolutely. All right, so that being the case, I'm going to borrow. Treasure Ghost coming with a different unit of measurements. We have to borrow from the 5. It becomes a 4. The 0 here originally becomes a 10, and then we borrow from that to get a 9. This originally becomes a 10. We borrow again to get a 9. We originally have a 10 here. We borrow again to get a 9, and this remains a 10, showing all the steps of subtraction. How about that? So 10 minus a 9 is 1. 9 minus a 7 is 2. 9 minus the 8 is 1. 9 minus a 0 is 9. And 4 minus 4 is 0. We end up with $91.21. There you go. All right. That's what's up, guys. Who's incorrect, Treasure Ghost? I made a mistake somewhere? Who's incorrect? Or are you just playing with us as always, Treasure Ghost? You know Treasure Ghost is being a problem. You know he has to be a problem for some reason. All right. But if you need to correct somebody though, Treasure Ghost. There must be a dollar sign. Oh, very good. With a unit of measurement, Treasure Ghost is correct. Angry Hermit. Treasure Ghost is correct. You must have your unit of measurement. As I stated earlier, when dealing with word problems, it's very important, equally important, to have the unit of measurement, guys. And it can be counted incorrect because it needs to be an exact statement. Mathematics is an exact science. So when you're making your documentation, you are doing this is like you're on the job. Somebody asked you this question on the job. You have to give them the unit of measurements, because as Angry Hermit, not Angry Hermit, but as Treasure Ghost pointed out earlier, it could have depended on your currency, right? All of that could be changed up. We're living in a global world. Notice that different people in the chat right now may be in different countries. We need to clarify our unit of measurements when we're doing our application problems, when we're doing our word problems. So just as important as the numbers is the units of measurement. You will find that on many standardized tests that they may have the same value as answer choices, but they will change the unit of measurements. Okay, so that means that you need to be paying attention to the unit of measurements as well. So I will go ahead and give that one to Treasure Ghost, guys. He was correct. You do need to have that unit of measurement on a word problem. All right, there you go. All right, good stuff. Angry Hermit says, I would on a test or whatever, but I didn't care right now. Angry Hermit, I need you to always care. Care about it. That's what we're here to do. We are caring about each other and getting things correct. All right. Because you want to practice it all the time, because that's the way you'll do it on the test. Okay. So don't do things one way outside of a test, Angry Hermit, and then another way during the test. You want to always practice the correct thing so that during the test, you're already in that mode. You don't have to go back and forth between, okay, during the test, I do it this way, and not doing the test, I do it another way. All right. Do it right all the time. All right, there you go. All right, so there you go. So be nice to Angry Hermit, Treasure Ghost. That's my girl. Number 31, it says, on Anna's bicycle, the ratio of pedal turns to rear wheel turns in second gear is 4 to 7. All right, good deal, good deal. Angry Hermit has it, smiley face and all. If her rear wheel, I don't think I can say that fast, rear wheel, turns 595 times per mile, how many times does she turn the pedal in 1 mile? All right, so there we go. So we have a ratio of 4 to 7. And we know that the rear wheel turns 595 times per mile. Notice that this ratio was pedal turns to rear wheel turns. So that means that in the numerator is the pedal turns, whereas the rear wheel is in the denominator. Okay, so the value in the numerator is the pedal turns, whereas the denominator is the rear wheel turns. We know this because the way they describe the ratio, you go in order of the way the ratio is described. It said that the ratio was pedal turns to rear wheel turns. So that tells you the pedal turns are in the numerator, the rear wheel turns are in the denominator, and that's the way you must be consistent with your second fraction here in the proportion. So because they're saying that the rear wheel turns 595 times per mile, that goes in the denominator, guys. And we don't know how many times she pedals in that amount of time, in that amount of rear wheel turns. So this is our setup. It is. It's the setup here. Okay. And we can cross multiply. We can use the extremes means method here. So by cross multiplying, we end up with 7x equals, we're going to go with 595 times 4, whatever that value is. There we go. And I'm going to divide both sides by 7. I'm going to assume that 7 will go into 595 a certain number of times, guys. Let's see. 7 into 595. Well, this will go in there, 8 times, right? That's 56. And then that's 35. That's 5 times. So that's 85 times 4. So there we go. We got 7 going into itself once. 7 goes into 595 85 times. So I just need to multiply 85 times 4. What is 85 times 4? Let's fix this number, Mr. Witt. 85 times 4. That gives me 20. That is going to be 32. You guys are correct with the 340. Absolutely correct, guys. Good job. That's right. Obina had it with the 340 times. Angry Hermit had it with the 340 times. And it's so many cows in here. So how many pedals do we have? So we have pedal turns. So this is going to be pedal turns. Let's go ahead and hook this up correctly. I want to be consistent, guys. I just got through saying that we have our unit of measurement. So this unit of measurement is pedal turns. 340 pedal turns. That's our unit of measurement. Not cows, guys. There you go. That's right. Charmaine says, keep those word problems popping. Charmaine, my word problems will never be popping because I do not have fun with the word problems. Okay? But it's a good sentiment. 32. Problem number 32. We're divided. Mobile Gaming is laughing out loud over there. We have 69 thousandths going into 3,174 10,000ths. Long division. You know I'm excited about this problem. You know how much I love some long division. I am going to take an orange juice break now on this division problem. Oh my goodness. All right. A lot better. Yeah, we don't have any. We haven't had any distributed property problems in this part of the review thus far, Jennifer. I missed the arrows too. You know what, Jennifer? Just for you, arrows popping. There you go. We had to get some arrows popping up in here, guys. Missed them. We do want to move the decimal. Oh, we can get our arrows popping when we move the decimal. There we go. Way to go, Charmaine. So remember, you always want to divide by a whole number when you're dealing with dividing decimals, all right? So Jennifer, looks like we can get our arrows popping over here. So we're going to move this decimal over 1, 2, 3 places to the right. Had those arrows like that. So we have 1, 2, 3 in the dividend, and we're going to bring the decimal up. So however many times you need to move the decimal over to the right in your divisor, it has to be the same number of times you move the decimal in your dividend. All right. So since we had to move the decimal 3 places to the right to make it into a whole number, you have to also move the decimal 3 places to the right underneath the division sign. All right. Treasure Ghost has an answer already, guys. Let's see if we can match his answer. We know that 69 won't go into 0, won't go into 3. It will not go into 31, but it'll go into 317. How many times? Well, this is like having 70, you know, and 7 goes into 32. See, I'm estimating here, guys. You see that? I'm estimating the 69 into 70. Let's estimate the 317 into 320. So, or you can even go even further and say 7 goes into 32. How many times? So it's going to be 4 times, right? 4 times without going over. So we'll have 4. So once again, you can use those estimations to quickly divide when you're unfamiliar with the multiples of the exact numbers that you're dealing with, because I'm not familiar with all the multiples of 69, guys. So we'll have 9 times 4 is 36. We're going to carry that 3. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus the 3, that gives me 27. So that's 276. Just like that, we're going to subtract. I have a 1. I'm going to need to borrow here. The 1 becomes an 11. 11 minus 7 is a 4. And then I bring down another 4 from here. That's right, the next place value. And then 7 going in, that's going to be, that's like 7 going into 40. All right, 7 going into 40. Yeah. Well, no, that would have been 77 times if it was a 42, but it's not. So it's going to have to be 6 times, right? Yeah, going to have to be 6 times maybe. Let's go with 6 times. We're going to have 69. All right, times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. We have 6 times 6 is 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. That is perfectly what we need. So we're going to go with 6 right there. So we end up with 414. And therefore the answer, guys, we're going to get a red box here, is 4 6/10. It is 4 6/10. Angry Hermit will be back because her computer is overheating. All right, I understand. Cool off that computer. All right, so you said, so Treasure Coast says the answer is 42 because 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. We're going to hold hands, guys, and pray for Treasure Ghost, because Treasure Ghost did not have the correct answer and is obviously in a dream state where he believes 42 is the answer to life. The answer to life, well, that's on another final exam review. I'll answer that later, guys. But anyway, it's not 42. All right, great. So the answer is 4 6/10. That's problem number 40. That's problem number 32, guys. It is problem number 32. It is in a red box. It is in a red box. But I answered 4 6/10 before the 42, so don't worry. Yes, you did, Treasure Ghost. I see it up there in the chat. Very good. That's what's all good around here. Obina is gone for now. Thank you, Obina, for chiming in. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. So I will not be joining your religion for 42 right now, Treasure Ghost, but I'll get back to you on that number. I'm thinking there are more perfect numbers in the universe than 42. I would suggest that 64 would be a much better number to worship, as it is a perfect square, it is a perfect cube, and it is a perfect sixth. That is why 64 is a much better number than 42. Just suggesting that. That's my suggestion. All right, so we have problem number 33. 33 says, find fractional notation for the ratio. You do not need to simplify this. You're perfect, Treasure Ghost, so that's a lie. Treasure Ghost says nothing is perfect, and I am rebutting by saying that he is perfect, so therefore he is still wrong. There you go. Mobile Gaming says, I'll be back. Just going to get a quick break from study. I understand. Take care, Mobile Gaming. Thank you. All right, of a family's $929 weekly. Thank you very much, Treasure Ghost. I am perfect. I am exactly as God wanted me to be. All right, so we have of a family's $929 weekly income, $93 usually goes towards groceries. What is the ratio of the amount spent on groceries to weekly income? Well, as I stated before, when we're dealing with ratios, guys, you have to define the ratio exactly as it is stated. The first value goes in the numerator, as the second value will go into the denominator. So if they're telling me that my ratio is going to be set up as the amount spent on groceries, all right, so in the numerator, I need to have groceries, and in the denominator, I need to have my weekly income. Notice how I'm setting up my ratio here, my fraction. Then that means that the amount that they gave me for the groceries must go in the numerator, okay? Whereas in the denominator, I need to have the weekly income. So here's what we need to do here. The amount of groceries, all right? The amount of groceries that we're going to spend. It says, what is the ratio of the amount spent on groceries? The amount spent on groceries is $93. So the 93 goes in the numerator. Whereas the weekly income is $929. And they said you need not simplify. So our answer, Treasure Ghost, would be 93 over 929. That is the answer that they're looking for. So as a ratio, we simply give them the values in the order that they stated the ratio must be. So since they said what is the ratio of the amount spent on groceries to the weekly income, we give them the amount of the groceries that was spent, which is the $93, divided by the amount for the weekly income, which is the $929. Exactly. And that is why, class, that is why, Super Chat, that is why, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that we are starting out with the basics so we can help that foundation. Yeah, I understand I understand how you got it. Yeah, you thought Treasure Ghost says that I thought the difference between the total and the amount spent. Yeah, I understand. But because they didn't say what remains, okay, after you spent that groceries, that's why it was simply the amount that they gave you. And that's why ratios can be challenging for some people, Treasure Ghost, because you must pay attention to the question at hand. They said specifically that the ratio was the amount spent on groceries to weekly income. So don't try to overthink it. And that will save you in many cases. Okay. So we got a red box around our answer, guys, for problem number 33. Yeah, we do. It is 93 to 929 and red boxed it. Next problem we have is 34, guys. Next problem is 34. In problem 34, it says an advertisement states that television sets are on sale at B&G Electronics. The prices are 13-inch sets for $147.99, 19-inch sets for $208.95. Angry Hermit is back. And 27-inch sets for $289.97, as well as 50-inch sets for $519.97. Estimate to the nearest 10 the total cost of one 19-inch set and there we go. And 150-inch set. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to estimate by rounding first, then adding. Many times when you have to estimate, especially when they're telling you to estimate to the nearest 10, the nearest whole number, the nearest hundreds place, anytime they're telling you to estimate to the nearest whatever, in those type of problems, guys, you have to round before you carry out the operation, not the other way around. So in this problem, we'll be rounding our values first, then finding the sum, not the other way around. So remember, when we're going to be rounding, we must round to the nearest 10. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write down the values rounded to the nearest 10. So we are going to be combining the estimated cost, or the rounded cost rather, for the 19-inch set as well as the 50-inch set. For a 19-inch set, it is $208.95. Remember that since it's going to be rounded to the tens place, then we look to the right of that rounding place value, and if it's at least 5, we round up. Okay, if it's less than 5, we round down. So in this case, the $208.95 is going to be rounded to $210. Okay. Then, oh, very good. That's correct, Treasure Ghost. The 27-inch information is unnecessary, as well as the 13-inch set information is unnecessary. That's why it's important to make sure that you are reading the question at hand. And the question is to estimate to the nearest 10 the total cost of one 19-inch set and one 50-inch set. The other stuff was unnecessary. It was extraneous information. Didn't need it. All right, then the 50-inch set rounded to the nearest 10, we had originally for the 50-inch set $519.97 rounded to the nearest 10. This will be $520. $520, guys. I hate that zero. Let's fix it. That's better. But now it just looks like the 2 is holding the zero. There we go. That's even better. It's even better. Not much better, but a little better. Look at that 0 with that bang right there. You see how that 0 has a bang? That's because it's going out tonight. Okay? It's Saturday. So it's going out. It has a hot date. So it got that bang working. That's right. So now we're going to be carrying this over. We're going to carry this over, and we're going to find the sum. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen, guys. All right, so we will be adding these values together. So adding the $210 and the $520 together, finding the sum of the rounded values for the 19-inch set as well as the 50-inch set. We have 0, 3, 7. So the estimate is $730. The whole point of estimating, guys, is so that you can do the operations quickly. Also, there will be many times in life where you don't have to actually have the exact value. So therefore, there are many times where an estimation will do. Okay. So there you have it. $730. I believe we're going to red box it. That's what we're going to do. Red boxing it. Next problem. All right. We have 3 more problems, guys. 3 more problems, and then we're going to be done for the day. That's right. So let's knock these out. Problem number 35. In one town, 840 of the 1,750 people who voted in the last presidential election are employed full-time. What percent is this? The percent, guys, is going to be the part that you want divided by the whole or the total times 100 will give us our percent. So there you go. Oh no, Treasure Goals. We're going to keep it. We're going to not get political here. We're going to keep this generic. Here. Okay. So with that being the case, the part that we want, all right, the percent that we need, the percent that's employed full time is going to be 840 divided by the 1,700. I hate the 7. Divided by the 1,750 times 100 over 1. And what we'll do here is we're going to simplify this before we multiply it. Okay. So here's the deal. I'm going to start out by reducing the problem by 10 first. Okay. So in other words, reducing 840 by 10 gives me 84. Reducing 1,750 by 10 will gives me 175. Now, I know that 84 has factors 7 and 12 because I'm trying to continue to simplify here, guys, because I don't want to deal with these big numbers. And I also know that 175, okay, let's see. If we add those digits together, we got 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13, so it may be also divisible by 7 as well, okay? And matter of fact, I know it's divisible by 7. Oh, both of these numbers are divisible by 7, guys. All right, here we go. 7 goes into 84. Let's reduce this. Let's do this. We'll say that we have 84 divided by 7 is going to be 12. There you go. 175 divided by 7, okay, it's going to be 25 times 100 over 1. There we go. We don't need no freaking calculator. All right, so here it is. 25 goes into itself once. 25 goes into 100 4 times. There we go. It's 48%, guys, and done. Red boxing it. No calculator in the house. That's what's up. Yeah, there you go. So what happened here, guys, was I was able to completely simplify this before getting to my answer. Let me just recap on this. We started out by placing the part divided by the whole. We had 840 divided by the 1,750 times 100 over 1, right? So I started out by reducing. That's right, Jennifer. Red boxing it. And we reduced the 840 by 10 as well as the 1,750 by 10. We did that at the beginning. Yes, that was the first simplification. Then we reduced the 84 and the 175 by 7. See, 7 goes into 84 12 times, and 7 goes into 175 25 times. So that's how we ended up rewriting our problem as 12/25 times 100 over 1. But then the 25 and the 100, those could both be reduced by 25. So you can reduce vertically or diagonally when multiplying fractions. Never horizontally, though. Okay? Never horizontally. So as long as you're reducing vertically or diagonally, you're good to go. Yeah, and I prefer to simplify before I multiply, guys, because I'm not dealing with those big numbers unnecessarily. That's just crazy talk. Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Time for another orange juice break. Let me get this problem in view for you guys. There you go. Get the problem in view. All right. No pulp. Here, Charmaine, you can only cross multiply when you have a fraction set equal to another fraction. Not when you're multiplying. You can't cross multiply in that case. Yeah, only cross multiply when you have a fraction, then an equal sign, then another fraction. In our previous problem, we were just multiplying fractions, so that was not a time to cross multiply. All right, so never confuse those two. That gets a lot of people in trouble. In problem number 36, it says to find the indicated rate. Okay, so we're dealing with ratios again, perhaps, yeah, or unit rates. This is a unit rate problem, guys. It says last basketball season, Danny scored 866 points in 70 games. What was the rate in points per game? Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So we want to go with points. All right, divided by games. So this will be our rate. This is our ratio. So we had 866 points divided by 70 games. So in order to find out the unit rate, we need to divide these numbers together and get the result. So here we are with the long division. It's underway. Let's get this going, guys. So we'll have 70 going into 866. Pick up the sticks. I'm going to show what my decimal is. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit because it's just in the way. Let's just move that out. Uh-oh. Fix it. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. There we go. Move that up a little bit. There we go. Because you're in the way. We're going to say, no problem. Treasure Ghost, you're good. John Smith is in the house. What's up, John Smith? How you doing? It's good to see you, John. Right? Chiming in. We know that 70 won't go into 8, but it will go into 86 once. So that's going to be 70. We'll subtract. We'll bring down a 1, a 6, and a 6. There we go. Then 70 will go into 166 twice, because that'll be 140. Oh, that 4 is just horrendous. That's better. Subtract that. You'll end up, and we'll add a 0 here, and you'll end up with 26, right? There you go. You'll end up with 26. Yeah, okay. I had to add another 0, so you're going to bring that down. There you go. Then the 7, we have our decimal here. It's showing. Okay. We have the 70 going into the 260. That's going to be 3 times. Right? Because that'll be 210. You'll subtract, bring down a 5 and a 0. You'll have to add another 0 there. So now we have 70 going into 500, and now going there, 7 times? And we can stop here because we need to round to the nearest tenth. It says round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So with the 12 and 3700, see, I had to go out to the hundreds place in order to successfully round to the tenths place. So you always need to go one place further than what the question is requesting in order to round, okay? So since they said to round to the nearest tenths place, which is one place to the right of the decimal, I need to make sure that I went out to the hundreds place, all right? I went out to the hundreds place so that I could go ahead and do just that, okay? So I needed to make sure I went out to the hundreds place so I could round to the tenths place. So because the number to the right of the tenths place is at least 5, we're going to end up with 12 and 4/10 as our answer. Red boxing it. There you go. Lee Jeff is in the house. What's going on, Lee Jeff? Thank you for chiming in. Good to see you guys. So once again, guys, make sure that you are sharing the stream. Make sure that you're liking it. Make sure that you're commenting as you are already doing right now, like Lee Jeff and John Smith. And then we are going to, There you go. Angry Hermit says hi, Lee. What's up? And then, and also take advantage of the super chat at the bottom of your screen. You can help donate so you can keep these live streams going, guys. And that's good. There's also a donation link in the description box. There you go. Just informing the people. And you can find many free math tutorials on our YouTube channel, Fort Bend Tutoring. So please subscribe. We are on the last problem, guys. Here we go. Another word problem for Charmaine. There you go. She says she likes the word problems. Get the word problems going. Here they are, Charmaine. After spending $2,950 for tables and $3,850 for chairs, a convention center manager finds that the furniture costs 3% more than last year. Find the amount that he spent last year on tables and chairs and round your answer to the nearest dollar. That's what you want to do. So the first thing we need to do is find out how much the convention center manager spent. So that means that we need to find the sum, all right, of the $2,950 and the $3,850. We got to find out what this sum is, guys. All right, we got to find out what that sum is. So adding this together, we'll have 0, that's 0, carry that 1. That's going to give us 18, carry that 1. We'll end up with 6,800 as far as the amount of money that the manager spent this year. Okay, so once again, recapping on this, after spending $2,950 for tables and $3,850 for chairs, a convention center manager finds that the furniture costs 3% more than last year. Find the amount that he spent last year on tables and chairs. Round your answer to the nearest dollar. So the first thing we did was we found the sum, the total amount that was spent this year, and that was $6,800. Now, in order to find out what was spent last year, we'll be doing the following. We're going to set up an equation to help us solve this problem. We know that last year they paid 100% of the price, and this year we spent 3% more than last year. That meant that we have a total of 103% spent on the furniture this year. Okay, so what we'll say is 103% of a value that we don't know, that was the previous year's furniture cost. This equals to this year's $6,800. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. This is our algebraic equation. So we know that this year it's 103% of last year's cost. So that's how we ended up with 103%. Now, because we have percent notation here, I'm going to be changing this into decimal notation. In the first part of this final exam reviews, okay, in the first part of this final exam review, we looked at converting percent notation into decimal notation. And we're going to be moving this decimal 2 places to the left. So move the decimal 2 places to the left, you'll end up with 1 300 x equals 6,800. I hate the 8. I hate the 8. We're going to fix the 8 and make it better. And so now it's better. Now solving for our variable x, all we need to do is divide both sides by 1 300. Just like this. Okay. So in order to solve for what we paid last year on the furniture, we need to just do a little long division here. So we have 1 300 going into 6,800. Okay, so I'm going to move the decimal over 2 places to the right. Move this decimal over 2 places to the right. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way because it's just in the way. It's in the way. It's in the way, so we're going to fix it because it's in the way. Get out of the way there. There you go, guys. And let's give ourselves some more room here to do this problem. There we go. Better. So, fix it. There we go. So we had to move the decimal over 2 places to the right. We moved our decimal over 2 places to the right, and we bring our decimal up. Okay. And now the 103 won't go into 6. It won't go into 68, but it'll go into 680 6 times. All right. The program is called Pen Ultimate by Evernote. Pen Ultimate by Evernote, Treasure Ghost. So we're going to multiply by 6. 6 times 103 gives you 618, and it's available for the iPad only, I believe. Okay. And you're going to end up borrowing from the 8. It's a 7. That'll be a 10. So this will be a 2. This will be a 6. And we're going to add a 0 here. From here, we'll have 103 going into 620. That'll be 6 times. Yep. That gives us 680. You'll then subtract, bring down a 2 and a 0. 103 will not go into this number. Bring down another 0. 103 goes into there one time. There you go. And that gives you 103. Then you'll subtract. That's a 1. This is a 9. This is a 10. So this gives me 7, 9, and we'll add another 0 here. Okay. And I need to show you guys what I'm looking at here. There you go. Okay. And you know what? We'll probably need to carry this over again, guys. We're running out of room with the long division. Running out of room with the long division, guys. Here we go. Let's just put that. Let's put that. We're going to put it. You're going to put it here. There you go. We're going to put it here. All right. There we go. So now 103 goes into 970. We're going to go with 9 times. And that gives you 927. We'll be subtracting. We had to borrow from the 7. It becomes a 6. This becomes a 10. That gives you a 3 and a 4, and you'll add another 0. Now, we're dealing with money, guys. So that means we'll need to go out to the thousands place so that we can round to the nearest hundredths place. The 103 goes into 430 4 times. So we end up with 412. We subtract. This gives me an 8. This gives me a 1, and we add a 0. 103 goes into 180 1 time. So now that we have our number going out, all right, will we do polynomial long division? Yes, in a future review. Absolutely, John Smith. Matter of fact, you may see it in our next review. So next Thursday and Saturday, we may have problems on the polynomial long division. Absolutely. And there's a video already posted on the YouTube channel over long division dealing with dividing polynomials. All right, so check that out, John Smith. But we'll do some more problems in the next review like that. All right, so we need to round, guys, because this is dealing with money. Remember, this was the amount spent on furniture last year. So to the nearest 100th, to the nearest hundredths place, we'll end up with $6,601.94, being as though we had to round down because the number to the right of the hundredths place was the number 1. That number meant that we had to round down. If that number would have been at least 5, we would have rounded up and ended up with 95 hundredths, but that was not the case. Guys, let me know whether or not this answer is correct. Let me know if this answer is correct. We had 6,000. I ended up, yeah, if the number was 5, Treasure Ghost, that's right. If that last number, if this last digit in the thousands place, if that number was a 5, 6, 7, 8, or a 9, we would have rounded up to the 95 hundredths, right? We had to round down because this number to the right is less than 1. Angry Hermit with the link for dividing polynomials. John Smith, there is the link. Angry Hermit hooked you up with the link. All right. Appreciate that, Angry Hermit. You're on fire. You are an awesome moderator. Awesome moderator. Really, really appreciate that. So check it out, guys. Once again, I'm looking for A-OK on if this answer is correct, guys. Dividing 6,800 by 1 300ths. Is this correct? Rounded to the nearest hundredths place. Is it 6,601 and 94 hundredths, guys? What do you guys say? What do you guys say? Is that correct? Talk to me. Talk to me. I need to get an A-OK, guys, before we go ahead and move on. I can't leave a wrong answer on the screen. That is not cool. All right, so you guys gonna... All right, so Tim Bell says, yes, maybe. I don't need a maybe, Tim Bell. I need a definite. All right. Okay, Treasure Ghost said, I don't know, I didn't solve it, laughing out loud. Okay, well, I just got through calculating it, and it is correct. All right. No problem, guys. I understand that we were long in the tooth today, but we wanted to completely finish the review. All right. That was the whole point. And guess what? We completed the entire review for this class, and we'll be dealing with pre-algebra next time. The final exam for pre-algebra for the next time we meet online live, and that's going to be next Thursday and Saturday. So as always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for chiming in. Let's give some shout outs here. We had Tim Bell in the house, Angry Hermit, of course. We had Charmaine in the house. We also had Treasure Ghost in the house. John Smith was in the house. Lee Jeff was in the house. We also had Obina in the house. Jennifer's Life was in the house. What's up, Jennifer? We're at Boxing It. Mobile Gaming was in the house. We also had, let's see, I already said Obina. We had Charmaine. Yep. Let's see what else we had coming down the pike today. We had Royal King in the house. That's right. We had Saya in the house. We also had, let's see. One more. What else? We also had TV7 in the house. That's right. And all you others, we appreciate every last one of you. B was in the house. That's right. Venus was in the house. And we appreciate, and R and F was in the house. Starving Marv was in the house. We appreciate all of you chiming in, guys. It was a pleasure. Always. Thank you so much. This was the completion of our first final exam review for Math 0106 Basic Mathematics. Thanks so much. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're able, please donate, as that helps us bring you more free math tutorials from me, Mr. Witt, and Fort Bend Tutoring. Peace.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you hanging out with Fort Bend Tutoring. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. Hit up our website, tutormemath.net, and set up a private tutorial with me and FBT.